And let's talk about Joker just real quick. So he made history on Tuesday night, passing Wilt Chamberlain for most triple-doubles by a center in NBA playoff history. 4th triple-double this postseason, 10 playoff games. Oop. Honestly, man, I was down on Joker early on, earlier in his career, but if you just look at the way this dude plays and the amount of energy he just conserves, but he's playing hard. He's always playing hard, but, don't judge a book by its cover, I guess, is the most important thing to say. Because there was 10, 15 years ago, you saw a dude like that on the court, like, I'm going to cook this dude. Mm-hmm. Now, just the buckets, the threes. Like, he's playing fast, but just how slow, methodical he is, how he's able to break down defenses and put his teammates in position to score. And obviously the way he's elevated that Nugget squad. But Jokic is also only one of 3 players with a 29-point, 13 rebound, 12 assists, 2 block playoff game, joining Oscar Robertson and LeBron James. Each of them has done it 3 times. So when you look at most playoff triple-doubles in history, Magic's got 30, LeBron's got 28, Westbrook's got 12, Jason Kidd's got 11. Jokic, Draymond, Bird, Rondo are all tied with 10. Obviously, Joker's going to close the gap, maybe have an opportunity to pass Magic at some point down the road. But is Jokic having the most dominant season from a center we've ever seen?
The most dominant for stats?
Yeah.
You mean Wilt Chamberlain? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That we've ever seen, I didn't see
I'll
Wilt.
say in the modern era because because the shit Will was doing was like, come on.
When it comes to like the stat book, yes, right? Player, no, that's Shaq.
100%. I was about to say that too. Like,
Yeah,
Shaq was doing some shit against big shot blocking centers.
Yeah, when we're talking about just overall stats, like the assists, like you take away the assists, then obviously it's not. It's the assists that gives him that push over someone like Shaq. But
because we all watch Shaq and we talk about Shaq's dominance, but the assists add a whole nother layer and level to it. Because Shaq was a diamond like that.
First of all, who wanted Shaq to pass once he got the ball?
Yeah, that's black hole down there.
What the fuck you
Dunk
passing
that
for?
bitch, big fella. Dunk
What
that
are you
bitch.
passing the ball for? Ain't nobody. That's stupid. But that's what I said. Jokic is more like back then. We'll say more of a Chris Webber style.
Arvydas Sabonis.
Yep, Sabonis.
Meets Vlade Divac.
Yep.
Meets Paul Gasol. That's who Jokic is to me.
Yeah, that guy who's coming in, he's point guard and passing, shooting. Like he has the whole tool of everybody out of the post, which means he's a bigger. Like he can see over everything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right, you got the guy who can see over everything. Like, but when it comes to just being just the most dominant big man we've seen, no, that's Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah.
So glad you mentioned that. After the game, Joker hopped on Inside the NBA with Shaq and actually took a little lighthearted jab at the Big Diesel.
Tonight, most triple doubles by a center. Congrats on that one too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
there you go.
Where is
Wow.
Shaq in that? Is it Shaq in that list?
No, because I never passed.
Look at the camera.
I never know, guys.
So it brings me to my last question. How dominant would Shaq be in this era of the NBA, and how dominant would Joker be in Shaq's era? We'll start with Shaq now.
Shaq now in his era will revert the league back to drafting big man.
Yeah, I mean, how do you stop him? Who in this current NBA can stop Shaq?
What era of Shaq are we talking about, though? Are we talking about Orlando?
It don't matter. Orlando or Lakers. Shaq does not get stopped in this era at all.
If it's like Orlando Shaq,
Orlando Shaq is timeout after every 2 possessions. Timeout, man.
Because at the end of the day, no matter where you're trying to pull him, you have to. That's damn near a 99% dunk in this era because the centers are skinnier. They're not lifting weights.
Yep.
So it makes the game revert back to saying, okay, we got to load up on big mans now.
Yeah. Think about this though. Let me add that. Think about the pick and roll, right? If the big is rolling and you only got one major center in the game and no big power forward or stretch forward, who's picking up the rotation? Small, right? Man. So we don't see bigs doing what Shaq would do if he caught that ball right there in the. That's a dunk. Amari dunking that bitch. But we seeing motherfuckers get held up, getting stopped. They shooting little floaters in one arm. little put like that shit is weak. That's not dominant to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that if you were down there as a guard and Shaq is rolling, get the fuck out the way. Get the fuck out the way.
Too many fadeaways.
It don't even matter.
Nowadays for my life.
It don't even matter. Shaq ain't pick and rolling.
Give me the ball. Drop it. Gotcha.
But you know the one thing I asked the referee, who was harder to ref, Shaq or Dwight? They said by far Dwight. Harder. They said Shaq had skills. Said Dwight, because he wants to brute through everybody, it's hard to tell if he's causing it or they're fouling him. Wow. With Shaq, he was actually skilled. He had moves. So, you know, our thing was with Shaq is like, we can give him, he said, we can give Shaquille O'Neal every foul we wanted.
Yep.
He said he's fouled every single time he touches the ball. But at what point do we say, all right, we're going to just let him shoot 50, 60 free throws? Right. He's going to foul the game out.
Yep.
So they said, we did not call 75% of the fouls that were being called on Shaq. And that was just what we had to do. We couldn't, there was nothing we could do.
And
so it's not like he was hard he was hard to call fouls. We just couldn't call them all.
And he's not making the free throws, so it's hard on the league. It's fanfare. Everybody's sitting there watching him miss free throws the whole game. Like, that's not entertaining. You can't just call a foul on Shaq every time.
Imagine if Shaq could shoot free throws.
It's different.
Imagine if he was like 75% range.
He shot it like Yao. Like Yao shot free throws. Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine Yao playing like Shaq.
Yeah.
And Jokic.
They said Shaq missed 5,317 free throws in his career.
Yeah, so Jokic will be dominant.
He'd be dominant in Shaq's era as well.
Yeah. A dominant player is going to be dominant. They're going to find a way to be dominant. But his skill set, like, right? The game is slower, same thing. Same backdoor, flare, catch. Like, you think you're going to be able to guard like somebody like a Ray Allen or a Reggie Miller with the skills of Jokic on the court? Right? Right? There's nothing you can do. You're trying to chase Rip Hamilton, and he got the ball at the mid-post. He's seeing everything.
Yeah.
So let's take it a step further. Prime Joker, whatever Joker peak, whatever terminology people use nowadays. Prime Shaq going up against each other.
Shaq, what are you talking about?
Shaq will cook Joker.
Yes.
But will Joker cook Shaq on the other side?
Shaq, Joker wouldn't even be in the game. He would have been fouled the fuck out.
100%. And Shaq had defense. He was.
But I'm saying he bringing him out to the three-point line.
He was agile.
Shaq ain't moving that. It depends. What Shaq? Shaq? What? Orlando Shaq?
Orlando Shaq.
Orlando Shaq, fine. I'm talking about Lakers. Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Like, it's a little bit slower.
Thicker than a Snicker Shaq.
But you're talking about for a full game, Joker's not playing full game because he has to guard Shaq while Shaq's posting up. Shaq all day.
He's getting killed.
He's getting killed. He's going to be in foul trouble the whole time.
And who else is on Joker's team? Like, is he coming down, getting the ball every time? like what is he doing?
At that age, you keep getting dunked on, trust me, your heart gone.
Oh, wait, we got the poll.
What is the poll?
Poll results.
You are on drugs if you pick Joker. Let's see how many.
So who would do better in the others era? Poll saying Shaq's at 76%.
Oh, in the other era? So Shaq in this era, yeah.
Joker 24. And that's, it's just a question like, Shaq will bust Joker's ass obviously on the offensive end, but Joker on the other side, I think would have some work for Shaq if Shaq had to guard.
I don't think so.
No, listen. It's not
doing
one,
this shit though.
No, what I'm saying, it's not a 1 versus 1 type of thing. It's in that game.
Yeah.
Right? In that game, Joker will be balling because the element of he can pass. So you're thinking about players like him, Chris Webber.
Yeah, for sure.
Chris Webber, less athletic, right? Pass just as good, because Chris Webber could pass the fuck out that ball, right? But can shoot, had a longer range than Chris, right? Now that's what you're doing. You know, Chris, his behind the back pass, his no look, so he was a great passer.
Definitely.
Now think about somebody who's trying, that's what his first instinct is.
And before we move on, we got a great comment from the chat. Turner Young said, how's Jokic guarding Yao, David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Kenya Martin, Alonzo Mourning, Prime Ewing, Prime Dirk with Steve Nash at PG? He not.
But like Gil saying, though, his only advantage would be passing.
Yeah, for sure.
Out of that. And then he would have to have a good team.
Exactly.
But the
So they both have the elements. They got to guard him out there, which they've never done before.
Yeah, never done.
Right? So, you know, he has a, just say like somebody like when Dream came with the Dream Shake, they wasn't used to guarding someone who was moving that fast.
Nope.
He was only really like 6'10", like I don't know what he was listed at, but
Yeah, but you know, it was hard for them when he was moving that fast. So he was just kind of a different thing. I remember with Yao. I used to fuck with Yao all the time because when I watched his film all over and over, whenever he dribbled two and went back the other way, he double tap traveled every single time. Yeah. So I tell the rep, I say, listen, when he's on the left block and he goes back baseline, it's a travel. Watch it. Fuck all this tall shit up here. Watch his feet. It's a travel every single time. So when he's posting, rep, he's about to travel, and they'll get him a couple times on the trip.
I see Joker playing well against, you know, like a Patrick Ewing, the Kimbe, getting him out there on the wing.
What is he gonna do offensively?
That's not a deal thing.
So Gil, producer want to know how much pregame snitching did you do? You was out there snitching on other players to the ref?
Facts.
During the little circle, the captain circle?
I wasn't, but obviously I wasn't a captain, so I never really got to talk to the captain circle.
Hey, watch that bullshit he be doing.
It ain't snitch. I'll just say it. Hey,
call the right call.
One time I do support snitching to give your team a competitive advantage.
Yeah, I'm calling all pre-travels. Hey, yo, he likes to listen. This move right here, when it's in his right hand, he's gonna pull it like this and cross. Left hand, he's good.
Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
Tell the ref, hey, he